Welcome Game Pulsers to this weekly games updates. Diablo 4 opened an infernal new chapter on October 8th with Vessel of Hatred. In bringing this adventure to life, the team developed new accessibility features designed to support players who have visual disabilities as they traverse the new region of Nahantu. With these updates, players will be better able to find and fight their way through the perilous jungle. Autopin, a new feature that automatically drops a map pin on the destination of your selected quest or task from your in-game journal. When a pin is dropped, your minimap shows a route to follow to get to the chosen destination. A drop pin becomes the default when selecting quests, and further enables additional navigation features. Audio navigation assistance. With this feature enabled, the player receives spatial audio pings that direct the player towards their placed pin on the overworld map. This feature, in conjunction with auto pin navigation, allows players to navigate quest content while tracking their destination through audio navigation. We recommend using headphones for best results of the immersive sound. Players can adjust both the volume and the interval of the ping to find a level that meets their needs. Compass. The compass feature enables an on-screen HUD element that circles around the player and points towards their placed in-world pin. In combination with auto pin, this provides even more guidance for the player. The color of the arrow can be changed to match their needs and ensure it is clearly visible, while Season 23 of Apex Legends represents one of the most substantial updates to the game's meta, focusing on a complete overhaul of an original character rather than introducing a new legend to the roster. Lifeline, who has been a cornerstone of the support class since the game's launch, receives a transformative rework that rivals or potentially surpasses the scope of Revenant's Season 18 reimagining. Her updated kit maintains the core identity of a combat medic while introducing sophisticated new mechanics that should enhance survivability in the current fast-paced meta. Her Combat Revive passive ability retains the revolutionary hands-free revival system that made her famous, complete with the protective DOC shield that provides cover during resurrections, but now incorporates an innovative mobility option that allows her to temporarily defy gravity by clinging to her drone for 1.5 seconds of aerial maneuverability. This gliding mechanic can be extended through an evolution system, suggesting potential for skill expression and strategic timing of drone deployments for both combat and traversal purposes. The tactical ability, centered around her iconic DOC healing drone, maintains its core healing functionality but receives substantial quality of life improvements by making it fully mobile and controllable, similar to its behavior in Season 3 but with enhanced physics-based movement. Players can now command the drone to follow specific teammates or position it strategically, making it a more dynamic tool for both aggressive and defensive playstyles. The drone's physics-based movement means it can interact with the environment in more realistic ways, potentially creating new strategies for healing in complex terrain or during heated firefights. The most dramatic addition to her kit is the Shockbot 3000 Ultimate ability, which introduces an entirely new form of area denial to the game. This deployable bot creates a unique space that functions differently from traditional barrier or defensive abilities in Apex Legends. While bullets can pass through its area of effect, enemies cannot physically occupy the space, and those who attempt to enter are forcefully ejected. This creates interesting tactical possibilities for both offensive and defensive play, potentially allowing teams to deny crucial positions, split enemy squads, or create safe zones for healing and revival. The bot's destructible nature ensures counterplay options exist, maintaining competitive integrity while adding a new layer of strategic depth to engagements. The support class as a whole receives a revolutionary new passive ability that fundamentally changes how healing mechanics work in Apex Legends. All support legends, including Lifeline, Loba, and Newcastle, gain the ability to convert traditional healing items into throwable grenades that can heal teammates at range. This mechanic introduces new possibilities for maintaining team health without compromising position or exposing teammates to danger. It also creates interesting decision points around resource management, as players must choose between using healing items traditionally or saving them for ranged healing opportunities. The weapon meta receives substantial adjustments with the Havoc rifle moving to care package status, bringing its powerful recoil pattern and energy ammunition to the rare weapon pool. Meanwhile, the Devotion LMG returns to ground loot, potentially shifting how players approach energy weapon loadouts and ammunition management. The Spitfire receives buffs to enhance its performance, though specific details about damage numbers or handling characteristics haven't been revealed. The dual-wielding mechanics for both the P2020 pistol and Mozambique shotgun are being refined and improved, suggesting these weapons might become more viable options for close-quarter combat. The charge shot mechanics on both the Sentinel Sniper Rifle and Rampage LMG are being strengthened, likely increasing their burst damage potential and making them more rewarding for players who master their unique charging mechanics. These weapon changes collectively suggest a meta shift toward more diverse loadout options and potentially more aggressive playstyles. The update to Olympus promises to refresh the map's layout and points of interest, though the exact nature of these changes remains to be fully detailed. These comprehensive adjustments to legend abilities, weapon balance, and map design demonstrate Respawn's commitment to maintaining Apex Legends' dynamic gameplay while introducing innovative mechanics that could fundamentally change how teams approach combat, healing, and positioning. Stardew Valley players on console can finally download version 1.6, which adds the new Meadowlands farm. Stardew Valley fans are counting down to the release of Update 1.6 for PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Android. The huge Stardew Valley update made its debut for PC earlier this year, adding a brand new farm type, all the while making countless gameplay tweaks and bug fixes. Stardew Valley Update 1.6 has a November 4th release date on consoles and mobile. It will actually include a number of additional changes made as part of Update 1.6.9, which is coming to PC on the same day. Update 1.6.9 primarily focuses on quality of life changes and balance updates, including the recovery of backed up saves when files are corrupted. The news was announced by Concerned Ape on X. Everything is still on track for November 4th. 1.6 update on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, iOS, and Android. All platforms will receive the new 1.6.9 update as well. Create a splash with Planet Coaster 2, sequel to the world's best coaster park simulator. Reach new heights of creativity, management, and sharing as you construct the theme parks of your dreams, combining epic water rides and coasters to delight and thrill your park guests. Enhanced and improved building and pathing tools let you create spectacular, true-to-life theme parks, complete with sprawling plazas. Make your mark on the world as you shape terrain and populate your park with stunning swimming pools and thrilling rides. It's never been easier to bring your dream park to life. Embark on the coaster park experience of a lifetime as you push the boundaries of creativity like never before. Unleash your imagination as you build the most awe-inspiring theme creations with unparalleled customization tools. For the first time, intuitively add scalable scenery and objects to every ride to elevate your park and give your guests a day to remember. Create the ultimate experience for your thrill-seeking guests using piece-by-piece construction. Build a vibrant array of exhilarating roller coasters and jaw-dropping thrill rides. Design a seamlessly interconnected park paradise with glistening swimming pools and twisting water flumes. Surprise and amaze as you bring the dramatic flair of real-world theme parks to your guests with a brand new event sequencer tool. While sophisticated global illumination lighting brings the theme park experience to your home with stunning visuals, Sengoku Dynasty 1.0 is just around the corner. It's a major update that includes the expanded battle system and the daimyo system to free the Nada Valley from hostile factions, either peacefully or with a blade. You can also fight in first person. Your opponents won't make it too easy for you if you want, but you can equip yourself accordingly and choose from a variety of weapons to face your enemies. Romance is coming to Nada Valley. It's time to impress the ladies or the lads in the villages. Approach them and see if they're your kind of person. If you want to tie the knot and start your family, you'll engage in quests, marriage, birth, and even childcare, paving the way to transfer your legacy to an heir, which will be added in an upcoming update after the release. And since the marriage was not only for the sake of love, but also the survival, be sure to first prove yourself worthy of their hearts. Thanks to the new character editor, you can now customize your in-game avatar. This tool allows you to personalize your appearance and offers you more options for truly making your character your own. Together with the character editor, we can now also introduce the long-awaited playable female character. In the world of Sengoku Dynasty, only your actions determine your position. Now, interacting with NPC will get much more vocal. The new voiceover greetings and goodbyes, recorded with Japanese voice actors, further enhance immersion, making the world feel more alive. These voiceovers are dynamically assigned based on your position in Nada Valley, and are accompanied with a customary bow. The lower, the more respectful of your deeds. A lot of you asked for the mansion from Iwasaki Village to be accessible to the players for building, and rightly so. You can now build it for your personal lodging, together with its accompanying walls. Now you can rest in style and showcase your status around the valley. And as always, this update has also seen tons of balance adjustments, bug fixes, and stability improvements in response to your feedback. It's a big change, especially with the new daimyo system, and we will be closely watching the first streams, reviews, and Steam forums to see if it needs further refinements. We highly recommend starting a new game to fully experience these updates. However, if you've been playing in creative mode or prefer focusing on the aesthetics of your village without the added challenges, feel free to continue in the densely cluttered streets of Kowloon. Filled with obscurity and chaos, this battle action-adventure game casts players as the Hyoki, an entity devoid of memory and physical form. His only motive is to eradicate the monstrous beings known as Slitterheads crawling around the city, disguising themselves as humans. Roaming the vibrant, neon-lit cityscape, players must seek out allies among humans known as rarities, infiltrate and track dangerous organizations, and engage in battles harnessing the power of blood. As the suspenseful drama unfolds, delve into the mystery behind Hyoki's existence and the appearance of the Slitterheads. The entity called Hyoki finds himself wandering amidst the chaos of Kowloon, plagued by the enigmatic monsters known as Slitterheads, which mimic humans. Though bereft of all memories, he holds one resolute intention: to eradicate every last Slitterhead. Infiltrating the city, he sets out on a mission to hunt down the Slitterheads masquerading within human society. Devoid of physical form, Hyoki's ability allows him to possess and control human bodies at will, turning the people wandering the city into his pawns. With this power, he can slip through barriers, assume the identity of specific individuals, and infiltrate dangerous areas and organizations. By rapidly switching hosts, he can also traverse the city at high speed. While human bodies are fragile, Hyoki can burn their life force, turning blood into weapons to confront the ferocious Slitterheads. Even when critically wounded, he can continue fighting by switching hosts efficiently. By possessing rarities, specific humans who share high sync with Hyoki, he is able to unleash even more powerful attacks and activate various abilities. The cooperative relationship with these rarities holds the key to uncovering the deepening mysteries. Dive into this dynamic tactical RPG with a roguelike thrill and experience the iconic run-and-gun action of the original series, redefined. Grab your weapons, assemble your squad, and dive into battle against the infamous Rebel Army. Metal Slug Tactics offers a fresh perspective on the iconic battles of the Metal Slug series. Accumulate experience after each battle to unlock new weapons or bonus perks to upgrade your team's firepower and tactical skills. Assemble your team and rewrite the rules in this modern tribute to a cult classic. Choose between iconic brothers-in-arms from across the Metal Slug series and create the perfect team to stop Morden's devious plans. Embark on an exulting campaign through beautiful, handcrafted maps to end the war and defeat the infamous Rebel Army once and for all. You're going to face many challenges, so brace yourself for countless deaths, but But don't give up and push through. The Veilguard has surpassed 89,400 concurrent Steam players over the first weekend of November 2024. It hence significantly improved upon its peak player record from launch day, although early market watcher estimates suggest that Dragon Age, the Veilguard, is still far from breaking even. The fourth mainline game in BioWare's long-running RPG series was released for PC and the current generation PlayStation and Xbox consoles on Thursday, October 31st. And while early Dragon Age, the Veilguard player reviews were excellent, its initial momentum was fairly modest for a AAA release, at least as far as Steam is concerned. Specifically, the game peaked at roughly 70,400 concurrent players on Valve's platform on launch day. But seeing how it was a midweek release, Dragon Age, the Veilguard has now managed to improve upon this figure over its first weekend. According to publicly available data scraped by SteamDB, the RPG hit 89,418 concurrent Steam players on Sunday, November 3rd, which constitutes a 27% increase compared to its launch day performance on the platform. Since most single-player games hit their concurrent Steam player peaks during the first weekend, it's likely that this new and improved record is here to stay. The game's peak concurrent player count on Steam is also likely at least a bit larger than the aforementioned figure, because SteamDB can only scrap data from public user profiles on Valve's storefront. In terms of commercial performance, Gamalytic, VG Insights, and PlayTracker estimate that Dragon Age, the Veilguard sold between 151,000 and 480,000 Steam copies during its first 3.5 days on the market. On average, its Steam sales are currently estimated at 303,500, which puts the game roughly on par with Metaphor, ReFantasio. Taking Steam's 30% cut into account, this would indicate that the RPG has so far made EA around $13 million on Valve's PC storefront, where it currently ranks as the 5th top seller. Seeing how BioWare has no plans for Dragon Age, the Veilguard DLC, sales of the microtransaction-free base game, will be the only thing that can recoup its development costs. As for how high these development costs could be, EA has so far said nothing in an official capacity. Dragon Age, the Veilguard did have to return to the drawing board twice, with the initial work on the game starting all the way back in 2015, although full production didn't begin until around 2020. Even so, the game's development budget was plausibly in the 9-digit territory, simply based on the number of BioWare employees and the average game dev wages in Edmonton and Austin, and that's without accounting for marketing costs. Therefore, even if the game sold twice as many copies on PlayStation and Xbox as on Steam, it is still likely some distance away from breaking even.